watching. Time weaves us a common theme. Peace, our anthem, all are welcome to a world awakening. To a world awakening. To a world awakening.
Welcome to Unity Comox Valley. Welcome to this celebration service. We celebrate that we are spiritual beings, uniquely expressing our divine nature. We celebrate that Unity honors and acknowledges that all lives are of sacred worth. So you are welcome here. No matter where you are on your journey, on your spiritual journey, on your life journey, you are in good company in Unity. Would you please join me in our vision statement? Unity Comox Valley is a loving, caring community coming together for spiritual growth and renewal. We actively and consciously serve others by radiating God's love and joy in our daily lives. So thank you for radiating that love and joy, and thank you for all the ways that you love and serve others. Please join me in our opening prayer. And first we'll just take a breath, or perhaps if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. Anything that draws you into that quiet, still place within. We know that this is the still point of the circle, the place that we can refresh and renew ourselves, the place where all potential lies, all good lies. Whatever it is that we feel like we're needing or asking for, the answer is always in this place of abundant love, of infinite faith, of divine life and energy. We know that as we activate this part of us, as we allow it to express more fully and beautifully through us, that we are contributing to a world that works for all. We are contributing to the good in our families, in our neighborhoods, and around the world. Each one of us has something to give in this area. Our love, our joy, our strength, our faith. We are the ones that will make a difference. And we do this easily, we do this joyously. We allow this divine love to flow through us, this divine peace to surround us wherever we go, so that others who come across our paths can feel that, without words even, without actions. They can sense that in us. And so for our understanding of this work that we are about, for our willingness to be peace and love in the world, for the activity and the presence of Spirit active in us, as us, and through us, we give thanks. And so it is. Amen. Today is the second Sunday of Advent, and the theme is peace. Before we sing our next song, we're going to hear and see Judy Murakami read the daily word for today and light the Advent candle of peace.
Good morning. My name is Judy, and I am lighting the candle for peace. Today is the second Sunday of Advent. The daily word for today is peace. Peace flows through me and blesses the world. The light of God shines within all people. I pause to remember this truth as I consider the world and my relationship to it. Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you." This same divine light that lived in Jesus is shining brightly in me. My peace is a gift I choose to give to the world. I bless the world by affirming the kingdom of God is among us, here and now. It is through this Christ-centered awareness that I project a consciousness of peace. I live, move, and have my being in the light, love, and peace of God. I expand my awareness of divine ideas through prayer and meditation, and I do my part to uplift the consciousness of the entire planet. I am walking in the light of God, and I am at peace. From Revelations 21, verse 24, the nations will walk by its light, and the kings of the earth will bring their glory into it. And peace flows through me and blesses the world.
Somos el barco, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. The stream sings into the river sings into the sea sings into the boat that carries you and me. Somos el barco, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. The boat we are sailing in was built with many hands. The sea we are sailing on touches every sand. Somos el barco, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. So with our hopes we raise the sails to face the wind once more, and with our hearts we chart the waters never sailed before. Somos el barco, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me.
Today is the second Sunday of Advent, and the theme is peace. That's a big topic, isn't it? The Unity chat room, which meets every Sunday morning, has spent the whole month of November talking about the topic of peace, with many deep and rich conversations about different aspects of peace. For today, we're just going to look at one of those. And I'm going to look at one of the stories from the Gospels that really highlights what peace is. And it's a story from Luke, where Jesus and the disciples visit the house of Martha and Mary, sisters, and they show up unexpectedly. So there we are, 13 unexpected house guests arrive at the door. What happens? Martha jumps up and starts organizing things. She starts arranging for bedding. She sends people out to the market to get some food, and she goes into the kitchen and starts cooking. While Martha is busy in the kitchen, where is Mary, her sister? Sitting reverently at the feet of Jesus with the disciples, listening to his words, being in his presence. Perhaps you have been in a situation like this. You're busy doing what needs to be done, and everyone else is just oblivious to what is going on, sitting around and enjoying themselves. Well, I can relate. I'm an older sister. I'm the one who gets people together, who plans the meals and comes up with activities for us to do together. I used to be a full-time Martha. Martha represents efficiency. She's the one who gets things done. Mary represents the one who is committed to the spiritual life. When Jesus arrives, she sees an opportunity for spiritual understanding, and she ignores everything else. She is not concerned with the mundane things of life. She is interested in spiritual transformation. Which are we? It's not about gender. We have both of these aspects in us. We are both spiritual beings and human beings. Spiritual beings having a human experience. We are both Martha and Mary. So let's go back to the story. Martha can hear everyone in the other room talking and laughing, and there she is in the kitchen working away by herself. In the story, it says, Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. Any thoughts about how you might feel under these circumstances? Perhaps a little annoyed, frustrated, resentful. At one point, Martha comes back into the room and tells Jesus to make Mary go into the kitchen and help her. She is doing everything while Mary is just sitting around. Jesus has a very kind response. And this is what he says. Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things. He was concerned that she had lost her peace. She was troubled. And what happens when we are worried and troubled about many things? We miss the moment. We've given away our happiness. We're focused on what's not working. We are not in a state of gratitude. Right now we're going into a Christmas season unlike any we've had before. And the questions on our minds are things like, how can we stay connected with our friends and our loved ones? What do I need to let go of? What changes do we need to make? What can we do and enjoy? There's lots to consider. We can feel overwhelmed or drained. And it's a good time to ask ourselves, what are my priorities? What is most important to me? Am I worried and anxious about many things, like Martha? Or am I focused on spiritual matters, like Mary? How can we let go of our troubling thoughts and find peace in this challenging time? Well, the first step is to remember that peace is not something we need to find. Peace is embedded within us. It is part of our spiritual DNA. We can't be without peace. It goes wherever we are on the inside. As creations of all good, we have within us an infinite supply of peace, a well of peace that is impossible to empty and is always available to us. The question really is not how do we find inner peace, but what can we do to activate, to nurture, to cultivate the peace that is already within us. Pay attention. It only takes a second to lose touch with our inner peace. We have a thought, we react to it, we enlarge upon it, we build a story around it, and we allow it to take shape and form in our minds. And the inner turmoil can stay with us for a long time if we are not paying attention, if we don't notice. We can be disturbed about something. Maybe something doesn't turn out the way we wanted it to. Maybe something unexpected happens, and we launch into whatever is our path of least resistance. It could be criticism, it could be blame, it could be judgment, it could be resignation. We can remain in this state for a long time, and it colors everything we say and do. This is not peace. So what can we do? Well, one aspect of peace that came up in the Unity chat room was the role acceptance plays. Well, as you know, as many of you know, I'm an avid knitter. And knitting has been a great teacher to me in this area. I love to knit. I spend hours knitting, mostly socks. I knit while Joseph and I watch Netflix movies. And sometimes I am so engrossed in the movie that, you guessed it, I make mistakes. The sock is too long. I forgot to change stitches. I didn't switch my yarn color. I used to be quite annoyed at myself when this happened. And that annoyance interfered with my enjoyment of the movie because I would be fixated on my mistake. It's not like it's a hard problem to solve. It doesn't require any time to figure out what to do. There's only one thing to do, and that is to take it out, and do it again. And the faster I could let go of wanting it to be different, the faster I could accept what was, the better. I do lots of knitting, and I make lots of mistakes. And so I've had lots of opportunities to practice acceptance over and over and over again. Well, this fall, I decided I was going to make a sweater. I had given up big projects like this years and years ago, but I was looking for something challenging and decided to do this. So I started with a sleeve, started with a small part of the sweater, and after hours of knitting, I completed the sleeve. And then I noticed an error that made the sleeve unusable. In the past, I would have been upset with myself for not noticing earlier, for wasting all those hours, probably 10 or 15 hours knitting that sleeve. Instead, I just started unraveling it. Not even a moment of hesitation. No story, just undo it and start again. My peace of mind is one of my most valuable assets. Why would I toss it away over a sleeve? The fact is, we are immersed in human life. We are doing Martha things all the time. We are going to encounter unexpected situations every single day. There lies the challenge. How to live from our spiritual nature while facing all the ups and downs of our human life. If we can stay in touch with our peace, like Mary, then we will have such a different experience. Can we be at peace no matter what is going on around us or in us? When we are able to observe our own nature without judgment or criticism, we are creating peace. Making a commitment to peace does not mean that there is no turmoil or problems or disappointments or pain in our lives. It does not mean that everything goes away, that everything goes our way, that everyone magically agrees with us, that everyone appreciates us or treats us the way we want to be treated. No. Living a life of peace means that in the midst of all of that, all of what life brings us, we remain calm and peaceful. We can gently catch ourselves leaving our peace and take a moment, breathe, and come back to it. One of my favorite quotes by Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, is this: "Nothing can disturb the calm peace of my soul." So take time and check in with yourself and ask, am I experiencing the enjoyment of life right now? Am I savoring the precious moments of this sacred season? Am I an expression of peace wherever I go? It's the best gift we can give ourselves and everyone around us. Blessed are the peacemakers. That's you. I'd like to share 5 steps to being a peacemaker. The first one: to make peace, you must be at peace. Peace begins in each individual heart. Choose the vocabulary of peace. Second, be at peace with your circumstances. Allow what you have no power over to be as it is. Where you do have power and something needs changing, do what you can and then let go. You can't fix everything. 3, peace requires your participation. Being at peace is not the same as being placid. You can be assertive, firm, even bold and passionate, and still be at peace. 4, you don't have to make peace yourself, but simply allow the peace of God, already present, to flow through you into the environment. 5, practice random acts of kindness. They will strengthen the faint-hearted, confuse the hard-hearted, and comfort the disheartened. Blessed are the peacemakers. Let's prepare now for our time of prayer and contemplation.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore.
Welcome and joy to everyone. As we enter this Christmas season, we come together to pray and to contemplate the birth of the Christ child and the birth of the Christ within each one of us and in the world. Right now, in this moment, is the time for us to consider the deeper meaning behind the hustle and bustle of this Christmas season. Right now, we are pausing to celebrate and to honor the birth of a baby. But more than that, the birth of something so important that our lives have been given sacred meaning, and we are being reminded to bring divine love in its fullness into the world. Is it possible that the Christ child being born in a manger long ago in a faraway country was not a one-time event? Is it possible that Christ has come and is coming again and again in each moment and in each one of us? Is this the meaning of the Christmas season? What good is it to us or to the world if the birth of the divine takes place unceasingly but does not take place within us, within ourselves? In our hearts there is a longing for Christ to be born again in us, and in these challenging times. Could this be the meaning of Christmas? Do we yearn for a new world to come forth? For new life to be born? Who will be the bearers of Christ in this time? Who will birth Christ again and again in this crazy and beautiful world? If not us, then who? Meister Eckhart, mystic from the 13th century, wrote, "What good is it to me if this eternal birth of the divine Son takes place unceasingly, but does not take place within myself? And what good is it to me if Mary is full of grace, if I am not also full of grace? What good is it to me for the Creator to give birth to His Son if I also do not give birth to Him in my time and my culture? This, then, is the fullness of time, when the Son of God is begotten in us." The truth is that Christ is present in all matter and consciousness and is still unfolding, still being born continuously in our hearts, in our lives, and in the world. As we celebrate the birth of the Christ child, may we celebrate the birth of the Christ within us and in our world. Let us close with prayer. God, angel, spirit, present here and now, human beings and every living thing attending here and now, benches, walls, stones, and sacred spaces abiding here and now. May my words be in harmony with the entire universe, contribute to its justice, enhance its beauty, and be spoken in freedom, so that peace may draw closer to our world. Amen. Let us join together in the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore.
Thank you, Donnie, for that beautiful contemplation. Well, what's coming up? Unity Comox Valley has always been actively involved in community outreach. We have used your quality food points to get 10 turkey coupons, and we are gifting those to the Christmas Hamper program. There's also ways that you can be personally involved with the Christmas Hamper program, and all that information is in our newsletter. We also sent checks to Dawn, to the Watchie Food, to the Comox Valley Food Bank and the Watchie Friendship Center. Don't forget, every Sunday morning at 10:30, you can join in the Unity chat room. This is an hour long, it's drop-in, we have great discussions, and the theme for December is the flow of giving. Please join us, the link is in the newsletter. Unity Comox Valley is a 100% self-supporting organization. Your gifts make it possible for us to bring the Unity message of spiritual transformation and empowerment to all who are seeking it. We receive your gifts with thanks, knowing that joy flows from the giving, love grows in the sharing, and faith blossoms in the giving. With gratitude in your hearts and minds, would you please join me? Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Before we close with the peace song, I thought I would share some history with you about the origins of this song. We call it the Peace Song, but it is really called Let There Be Peace on Earth. It was written in 1955 by Cy and Jill Miller, and it was written to be performed by an international children's choir in California. Someone brought this song to a Unity Youth Conference in the late 50s, and then it turned out that everyone enjoyed it so much that it got to be one of the camp songs. And from there, it slowly moved to the Sunday services. Within 10 years, almost every Unity church was singing it as their closing song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. At the same time, it was spreading throughout all denominations, and you will find it in the hymnal of most churches. It's usually sung at Christmas time. This song has been sung all around the world by many different artists. Mahalia Jackson in 1967 sang Let There Be Peace on Earth in Berlin. It is the final song of the evening at the Epcot Center, Disney Epcot Center in Florida during the Christmas season. This song was performed by the Young People's Chorus of New York City in 2015 when Pope Francis visited there, going to Ground Zero. Do you remember the band Santana? Well, in 2017, Santana released Let There Be Peace on Earth on his Power of Peace album. And now we will close with the peace song, Namaste. Here are some of the ways you can stay connected with your spiritual community. You can send a thought of the day. You can read the daily word. You can make a song request. If you don't know the title, just send a phrase or a couple of words and we'll find it for you. You can sign up for our weekly newsletter, which includes updates from Unity Comox Valley and also resources from all around the Unity movement. Email us at info@unitycomoxvalley.com. Write to me, to the board. We want to hear from you.